Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video we are continuing the video word chart tutorial for the cross weave. We will be doing rows 11 and 12, and as you can see both are decreasing rows. I am using my pattern Smiley for this project. Here is our piece as of the end of row 10. Now with a decreasing row, you want to begin with the string that is coming out of the second side bead towards the end of your previous row. And you're going to add your first 3 beads to it, which we need 2 B's and an A. Let the first 2 drop down, and with our other string we will cross the third one. And there we've added our first 3 beads, and now we're going to flip it over so that we are ready to begin adding our row. Now we want the string coming in towards the previous row, and we're going to go through the next side bead. Then we want our other string, and we will add our 2 colors, which 2 through 4 are all B, A. We want to add a B and then an A. Let the first one drop down, and with the other string we will cross the second one. And there we've added our 2 beads. Now we'll repeat. String coming in towards the previous row, we'll go through the next side bead. Then with the other string, we will add our 2 beads. Let the first one drop down, and with the other string we will cross the second. Then we will take the string coming in towards our previous row and go through the next side bead. And with our other string, we will add our 2 beads. Let the first one drop down, and with the other string, we will cross the second one. You may have noticed in this row our strings are slightly different length, but when we turn to the next row you'll see that the strings line back up. That happens with the decreasing. Don't think it happens with the increasing, but with the decreasing of the cross weave, every other row your strings will be different lengths. That's perfectly normal. We should be at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're ready for the last set. Now we'll take the string coming in towards the previous row and go through our next side bead. And the same string and we will add our last 2 beads, which are both B color. Then we'll let them drop down, and using the same string we will go through the top bead of our current row, going in towards the previous row. And there's our string coming out on the side of the previous row. We'll use the same string and we're going to go down and out through the previous set that we added. So we'll go down and then out. And then our string is on either side of the second side bead, and we will now cross that bead. And there we are, ready to add our next set. Now, as you can see, row 12, everything is a color. So you know that you have finished a decreasing row when you get to the second to last side bead. So we will start here with the first second to last side bead, and we'll go to the last second to last side bead. So we want the string coming out of our bead towards the end of the previous row. We're going to add 3 beads. We want 3 A colors. Let the first 2 drop down, and with the other string we'll cross the third one. And there we have added our first 3 beads, and then we'll flip it over so that we can continue adding our beads. And as this is a very short row, we're only going to have one with this set of instructions. We want the string coming in towards the previous row, and we'll go through the next side bead. We'll take the other string and we'll add 2 beads. Then we'll let one drop, and with the other string we will cross the second one. And then, as you can see, our next bead that we will go through is the second to last. So we've come to the last set for this row. And it is started the same way, which we take the string coming in towards our previous row and go through the next side bead. Then, using the same string, we're going to add the last 2 beads for this row. Let them drop down, and using the same string we will go through the top bead of our current row. And then there's our string coming out, and we will use the same string, the one coming in towards the previous row, to go down and out through the next set. Down and out. And then our string is coming out on either side of the second side bead, but in this case it is the middle bead because the next row is our last row. And we will cross this bead with both our strings. And there we are. We are now ready to add our last row, which we will do in the next video so that I can give you some tips. And I hope to see you there.